Jungkook of BTS caught on camera with international fashion figure. Will Jimin follow suit? New York Fashion Week 2025 truly seems to be a global stage for BTS's Jungkook after his stunning appearance at the Calvin Klein show. Media cameras once again captured a surprising moment. Jungkook was seen in an intimate conversation with a major figure in the international fashion world. The figure is believed to be a renowned creative director who frequently collaborates with top luxury brands. Photos circulating show Jungkook with a wide smile, as if the conversation was not just a formal meeting, but a warm discussion with the potential to open new collaborative opportunities. It didn't take long for armies around the world to connect that moment with Jimin. As is well known, Jimin himself has a strong track record in the fashion industry. He has been a global ambassador for Dior, attended Paris Fashion Week, and always garnered attention with his iconic style. Fans began to wonder, is this a sign that Jimin will soon follow Jungkook into the global fashion arena? And imagine if Jimin and Jungkook appeared on a single runway or fashion project together. The world would go wild. Speculation grew even wilder when several fashion insider accounts mentioned that certain brands were indeed eyeing Jimin for upcoming events. If true, then Jungkook's moment at Calvin Klein might just be an opening for Jimin's presence at the next fashion event. The combination of the two seems to complement each other. Jungkook with a bold, modern, and energetic image, while Jimin brings an elegant, artistic, and emotional aura. Two different characters, yet they perfectly complement each other. In the public eye, fashion journalists even wrote that if Jungkook is a symbol of fresh and fearless, then Jimin is sophisticated and timeless. No wonder the thought of them appearing together sent shivers of hope through armies. A big question arose. Was Jungkook's involvement in this fashion show merely an individual career, or part of a larger BTS strategy being prepared? Moreover, Jimin was recently seen accompanying Jungkook and Bang Si-hyuk at several public events. This combination strengthened rumors that BTS is preparing a monumental surprise. And their involvement in fashion is just one gateway to the next global stage. Social media was immediately filled with enthusiastic comments. Jungkook with Calvin Klein, Jimin with Dior. Just wait until they combine. It's going to be a huge explosion. I'm sure Jimin will follow. They're never far apart in big projects. Fashion world isn't ready for Jungkook duo. This moment adds to a long list of signs that make armies increasingly convinced that Jimin and Jungkook are not only moving as individuals, but are also building momentum towards something bigger. A few days after Jungkook's dazzling appearance at the Calvin Klein show, the public was abuzz when surprising news broke. Jimin was spotted at Incheon Airport, dressed in a simple yet classy outfit. With a mysterious black mask and hat. Armies immediately speculated, is Jimin going to New York? Photos of his departure quickly went viral, igniting enthusiasm that the fashion world might soon witness a Jungkook moment on an international stage. Sources in the fashion world mentioned that Jimin's appearance could be a huge surprise, not only for fans but also for Jungkook himself. According to rumors, Jungkook was not even informed beforehand about Jimin's plans. Imagine how emotional it would be when Jungkook, who was in the midst of a series of fashion events in New York, suddenly saw Jimin enter the room, greeted by media cheers and walking confidently. This moment would certainly grab global attention, not only in the music world, but also in fashion. If Jimin truly attended, the world would see a unique contrast between the two. Jungkook with his fierce and powerful aura as Calvin Klein's brand ambassador, while Jimin arrives with the elegant and refined charm so characteristic of Dior. Their meeting at one event would remind fans of their chemistry on a concert stage, only this time not through music, but through fashion. The world would witness that Jimin and Jungkook not only communicate through voice and dance, but also through visuals, style, and symbols. It didn't stop there. Rumors grew stronger because Bang Si-hyuk was also said to be in New York when Jungkook attended the Calvin Klein show. If Jimin truly followed, their combined presence might not be a mere coincidence. Fans began linking this moment to the possibility of a BTS reunion in a grand project that unites their music, fashion, and global influence, social media exploded again with emotional comments. Imagine if Jungkook didn't know Jimin was coming, then suddenly saw him at the event. I could cry. Jungkook in one fashion week? The world isn't ready, but we armies are. If Jimin really comes, this isn't just a fashion show. It's an emotional reunion. Even some international fashion editors wrote that if the two appeared together, it would be one of the most historic moments in modern fashion. That afternoon, the Calvin Klein venue in New York was already packed with guests, celebrities, and renowned fashion figures. Jungkook had just finished walking the runway, the camera spotlights still on him. The atmosphere, initially filled with applause and cheers, suddenly fell silent for a moment when a special guest entered the room. A man with elegant blonde hair, wearing a simple but expensive black suit, walked slowly through the rows of guests. The black mask that had initially covered part of his face was removed, revealing a small smile that everyone there immediately recognized. It was Jimin. Cheers and shouts immediately filled the room. Photographers who had been focused on Jungkook now turned their cameras with rapid flashes towards Jimin. Social media exploded within seconds, with thousands of tweets appearing. Oh my god. Jimin is here. Jungkook reunion at NYFW. Jungkook, who had just returned backstage, looked confused by the sudden commotion. As he peeked towards the main entrance, his gaze met a figure he knew very well. Jungkook's gaze froze for a few seconds. Even the staff behind him saw his eyes moisten slightly. It was as if all the hard work, fatigue, and longing he had kept hidden were suddenly healed by just one figure standing at the end of the room. Jimin greeted him with a light nod, a warm smile, and a gentle pat on his chest as a sign, "I'm here for you." Jungkook bowed his head for a moment, then covered his face with his hands, trying to hold back tears in front of so many people. The guests, who had previously only focused on the world of fashion, now seemed to be witnessing a real emotional drama. Jimin's presence in the middle of the event changed the atmosphere. Some designers even whispered, they are not just idols, they are symbols of real connection and emotion. A fashion editor quickly typed on her tablet, "Forget the clothes for a second. What just happened is history." For fans, this was no longer just a fashion moment. This was an emotional reunion between two friends, two brothers, two global icons who always stole the world's hearts. After the event, rumors suggested that Jimin went backstage and immediately approached Jungkook. A witness said the two embraced tightly for a long time, as if releasing all the longing and emotions that had not been spoken. Reportedly, Jimin quietly said to Jungkook, "You worked hard. I didn't come to surprise you, but to remind you, you are never alone." Those words reportedly made Jungkook shed tears again, though he tried to smile in front of Jimin. It didn't take long for the hashtag JungkookNYFW to become the #1 trending topic worldwide. Fans wrote emotional sentences. "They don't even need to sing or dance. Just one look makes us cry." Jungkook looked calmer after seeing Jimin. This is proof they need each other. More than just fashion, this is history. The world will not forget. Even the official accounts of several fashion media outlets wrote quick articles. Jimin's surprise arrival at NYFW steals the spotlight from the runway, turning fashion into an emotional reunion. That night, the Calvin Klein show was not just about clothing, trends, or big fashion names. That night turned into a symbol of togetherness, friendship, and emotional connection that transcended the runway stage. Jungkook may have performed as the main star on the runway, but with Jimin's presence, the moment became a story of two hearts reuniting in the global spotlight.